How do you know when you are successful? Hmm? As a process improvement expert, if I really didn't like my life, after I finished defining what I didn't like about it and what I want it to look like and what's the gap between where I am now and where I want to be, I would move on to understanding who is my customer, right? Am I designing for the correct customer? Am I actually designing a life that I want to live in? Because what did Robert Frost say? He said, I gotta live with myself, and so I gotta be fit for myself to know. Yeah, that's the point. So now that we're done with all of that, now it's time for us to talk about metrics. There are two different types of metrics that I want to talk to you about. We have our outcome metrics, and then we have our process metrics. This part, we're going to be talking about your outcome metrics. In the next part, I'll be talking to you a bit about your process metrics. What I found is that metrics are so important. And because a lot of the times, especially when we're dealing with subjective topics, how do you know when you are successful? How do you know when you've won? How do you know when you've turned your life around? How do you know when you're happy? Is it a pie in the sky? Are the clouds gonna part? Is a dove gonna come down and rest on your shoulder? You know what actually tells you, hey, I have succeeded? And what I found is a lot of times we don't feel successful because we don't have any metrics to tell us that we have succeeded. Or we don't have any metrics to tell us, girl, it's time to pivot. And so what I want to talk about is starting with your outcomes. We already discussed, where do you want to be? I want you to take those outcomes that you've defined, and I want you to then put metrics to it. So let's say, I just want to feel joy and peace. Maybe you create a scale from 0 to 5, your joy score, your peace score, whatever it is, and you give names to each of them. Maybe one is, I'm deeply unhappy. Maybe I'm not miserable, but I am deeply unhappy. Maybe 2 is, things are pretty rough. Maybe 3 is, I'm all right. I'm doing okay. And maybe 4 is, I'm doing really well. And then we get up to 5, I'm exuberant, right? Come up with your own scale where every day you just get into the habit of, what is my joy score, right? Because that's the thing that we're working towards. We're working towards joy. Because maybe today is a 2, maybe today is a 5, whatever the case may be. But we start to become more cognizant of how our joy shifts on a daily basis. And then you're able to look back at those numbers and be able to say, hey, my average score is a 3. I thought I was miserable, but maybe overall I'm all right. And maybe those days when I was miserable, they take over my mind, and they take more space in my mind than the days when I'm exuberant.
Here's how to work with me.